Okay, let's talk a little bit about final grades. For this tutorial, we're going to assume that we're done with quarter one, we're done with quarter two, and it's time to put in a semester exam. So I can do this from my gradebook. So I'm going to go to my gradebook here. Right? And remember, here is where you choose the different grading periods. So I'm going to look at quarter one. So here are all my quarter one things. I can come up here and choose quarter two. Here are my quarter two things. Right, now I'm going to create my semester exam. So I'm going to come up here and click on this little button and then click Add Grade Column. For the purposes of this, I'm not going to have my kids submitting their semester exam. This is just an assignment that I gave in class. It was an exam I gave in class, and I have all those grades. So I'm going to click Add Grade Column. I'm going to make this semester one exam. Right, and I'm going to have it be worth 100 points. Category is going to be tests, although it doesn't really matter. Grading options. Now I'm going to click this Set as Midterm or Final. So I'm going to set that as the midterm or final. The factor is going to be 1, and I'm going to leave my same scale. And I'm going to click Create. So that'll create my semester 1 exam. Now, in order to see that, I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to go down and click on Final Grades, because this is counted as a final grade. Okay, and if I scroll over to the right, here's my semester exam. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to give this student a 95 on their semester exam. Right, so there's their semester exam. Now, the last thing you have to do is you have to make sure that the semester exam is weighted properly, because if you remember from earlier sections, the only reporting periods I saw were my quarters. And I told you that later on we would weight those semester exams. Well, this is later on. So I'm going to go over here to my grade setup. Now what you'll see is, now you'll see down here, here are my quarters that I've weighted. Here's my semester 1 exam. And if you remember, we talked about a weighting of 20, 20, 10. 20% for each quarter, 10% for the exams. So I'm going to come in here and change that to a 10. So now you'll see 20, 20, 10. Now this looks a little off right now because I haven't created my semester 2 exam yet. But I'm going to click Save Changes here. Right, so now here are my 20, 20, 10 weightings. So this will now calculate correctly. Even though it looks a little funky right now, by the end of the year when I create a semester 2 exam and another 10%, those will all even out. Right? But for the purposes of the current calculations, it'll use 20% this, 20% of this, and then 10% of that. Right? So if I go back over to my gradebook now, here is my grading. So if I go here under Final Grades, I can see that for quarter 1 I've got a D, for quarter 2 I've got an A, my semester 1 exam I've got a 95, and that all comes out to a B, 91.53. Okay? So that's how you create your semester exams. So when the front office now runs an export, they'll run an export of the semester exam, they'll run an export of each one of these grading periods, and they'll run an export of this overall grade. And that overall grade, in this instance, will be a semester average. All right? If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you very much.